There will be people who will say we do not believe in God, and that is a different aspect. But if there is a purpose of life and there is a judgment day, do you not think that God will say, I promised you sustenance? I promised you every single thing that you need in this world. What I wanted in return was your thanks and your struggle and to establish justice. I did not care about anything else. I provided you with everything. Yes, if you were scared about your sustenance, if you're scared about not having progeny, if you were scared about things that you could not control, it wasn't me who was telling you that, because I had already outlined all of this in my books very clearly. What it was the deception of the devil, who was after you, trying to make sure that you will be deceived, you will be scared, you will always be on the lookout for sustenance, and you will always be confused in life so that you leave the focus on what truly matters. And that's why it is fundamental for all of us to realize that all of these events, whether you pass by a cemetery or whether you come across a story or whether you come across an actual person who has passed away in your friends or family or relatives or acquaintances, these are all reminders for that fateful day when it will be too late to actually repent, when it will be too late to actually stand up for justice, when it will be too late to actually make an effort for the cause of God, when it will be too late to actually give charity of what God has already given you. All of these things will be too late at that time. So we have to consider this aspect in our life. And one of the ways, obviously, I'll talk about two things just to emphasize on the importance of why it is so important to remember death. One is that as part of the podcast that was done regarding spiritual immunity, which was a clip from a lecture of a religious scholar, there were 10 key attributes that were the biggest weapons that we have against our two biggest enemies. One is our nafs and our desires of the self, and the second is the Satan. And one of those is remembering death.